Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me in the Golf R. And again, as the title suggests, this is just a video on basically why you should buy a Golf R. Yeah, basically over the last kind of, I suppose, 9-10 months of owning this car, I've done a whole host of videos and hopefully you guys have enjoyed them. You know, bits on, bits which it looks like you guys have enjoyed and hopefully you found useful. So again, yeah, please check out those as well as a kind of overview reflection of kind of what I'm about to kind of go through today, really on why you should buy this car. Yeah, and obviously if you've seen any of my videos, you know it's a great car. It's such a capable car, such a great all-rounder. To have near supercar levels of performance from sort of 10 years ago in a practical hatchback is ridiculous. And you know, for me, if you're in the market, you're kind of looking for a hyper hatch, you shouldn't really look too much further than the Golf R, because on a day-to-day basis, the side of the fact that it can do everything, it's comfortable, it doesn't look too any different than kind of normal traffic, it just kind of blends in quite nicely. You know, it does that side so well, and I think particularly other cars around this kind of price point of the Golf R, if you're looking at competitors kind of around the Focus RS, Civic Type R, around those kind of things, they're probably a bit too, well, they look a bit out there, which is fine if it's all personal preference ultimately. But if you don't necessarily want a car that stands out too much, this is probably perfect. And at the same time, I've just given it a nice wash and it looks fantastic. You know, the quad exhaust pipes when they're all polished up, the black sort of surrounds with the diffuser looks really mean from behind. Actually, it really squats down nicely. It looks really cool. Inside, lots of people comment about the blue sort of lighting at night, and you know, the interior is such a nice place to be. You've got the nice stitching on the steering wheel, flat bottom steering wheel, really does feel like a quality item. The gear stick's really good. I'm a big fan of a manual, and actually if you compare the likes of the Civic Type R and the Focus RS, they're only available in manual, so I'll talk more about a manual one, I guess. But it's, you know, the infotainment's really good. It's really good actually. And the seats are really great as well. It's kind of like almost, I suppose, kind of Alcantara-y kind of feel. I know it's probably fake Alcantara, but it feels real, feels nice. It hugs you in really well. Heated seats as well. Loads of cubby holds for like little storage places. Storage in this car is actually ridiculous. You can get so much stuff in it, and then there's so much other little pockets around, particularly if you're going on road trips and stuff. It's great. Again, I've done so many other videos as well, if you check back through them, on just various bits of this car, so I'm not going to go into too much in depth. But again, if you're looking at this type of car, it's just such a great proposition, because, you know, whether you're looking sort of used or new, they hold their value very well. They're not the worst ownership car in the world. You know, VW's got a very strong desirable badge, and obviously having a four-wheel drive hatchback which does everything is pretty cool. I think in 3-door it probably looks slightly nicer, that's just my opinion, but in 5-door you get that added practicality. You know, you do lose a tiny bit of boot space from the 4-wheel drive system, but it's massive. You can fit loads of stuff in there, get 2 bikes back there, no problem. Take the front wheel off, plus suitcase, plus luggage, plus your passengers got loads of leg room and stuff, and it's great. Cruising on sort of like the motorway journeys, it's radar guided cruise control. It's an absolute dream. It just does it all for you. Even if you've got a manual, it doesn't matter whether you're in a manual or DSG, when you're sort of cruising at 70 miles an hour, you know, it's going to do exactly the same, and it's really nice. Buttons on the steering wheel are really good. The fact you can get, I haven't paid the extra actually, but you can get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all part of it, which is what you'd get in a Porsche or, you know, anything. It's just that kind of level of quality, and I know, you know, you can just use your phone and stuff, but it's quite good. I haven't actually used it, but reviews have been good, and you can get it on a Golf R. The fact that you can switch it to, like, again, you can have all that daily comfort, and it's so quiet and refined in here. That's one thing I really should add. It's you know, you can have conversations in here. I mean, you can hear me quite clearly now. It's a great car, and when you're cruising at speed or even at lower speeds, it just makes it more relaxing, you know. And that's kind of what, you know, a car's all about. It's got to do the both sides of it, personally for me, particularly if you're looking for a daily. If you're looking for a car which is, say, for your weekend, for your blast, Golf R still could be the one for you. You know, if I was working 5 days a week, getting the train into work, and on a Saturday, Sunday I wanted a car for a blast and to do the best stuff, Golf R would still be great. Don't get me wrong, for that kind of, if I was in that kind of scenario, I'd probably want something a tiny bit more out there, just a tiny bit. And that's just me personally, but you know, I would not complain that having this as just a weekend car by any means, but having it as a daily is really good. I know you can just say, oh, you could get a GTD or a GTI, which would have the same levels of kind of refinement, but you know, when you're on that B road, this is better. It's a great car, and sure, there's probably not that much in between them on the motorways and stuff like that, because it's the same car. You know, ultimately it's going to be similar. The fact that a GTD and a GTI weighs quite a bit less than this, they're going to get going quite quick as well. But the whole Golf package, and it's really got me into the VW brand. You know, I've been such a big Ford fan, and you know, seeing this, it's kind of like, wow, this is why you pay that little bit more. Basically, you do get a lot more. You know, it's been a great car to then get into and to cruise around in. Yeah, the auto parking brake has been really cool to use, and you know, foot hard on the brake, it just makes things easier. Yeah, and all the auto features, which I've never really had before, have been great. Heated seats I had before in my Fiesta ST. You know, it's a quality car, and it's also a driver's car. You know, you can turn the traction control off, and you can have that level of fun and engagement, which is more than you can get in most cars, basically. And it's a quick car. You know, this really gets going, and it really pulls, and it keeps pulling. You know, and you could easily take this car on a track day and have a hell of a lot of fun. And you know, that's something that I wasn't 100% sure on when I got the car, to be honest. I knew it could do all the daily stuff. I didn't realise how well it could do that, because there's no rattles in here, there's nothing. It's a real quality car. But it does, you know, I've had some fun drives as well, which I've put on my channel, and you know, for me, stuff like that for a 10-minute blast is great. It's really good. And again, on the economy side, it's not bad either. You know, you can get, you know, I've done a journey up here, to be fair, it's about 35 miles. I average 40 mpg. I think that's pretty good. You know, you're never going to get that in a car. Well, in a car that can go 0 to 60 in sort of 5 seconds. I mean, and has 300 brake horsepower and weighs nearly 1.5 tons. It's really impressive, and it is really fun. And you know, again, if you can make, you know, if your price point matches this kind of car financially, it's not the worst thing to have. Again, it's all about your budget. That's the key. You've got to make it work for you. There's quite a few financial type videos recently as well, actually, which again I'm not going to massively go into. And you know, I've done costs on this car. You know, how I bought the car, what I think is the way to kind of go about buying a car personally. Never stretch above your means. Have plenty of contingency. Don't think you can get yourself, if you've got 2 kids and you're about to get a mortgage, don't think getting a Golf R if you can't afford it, unless you're earning big money. You know, just be sensible, because there is more important things to life than cars, and there are other things that you have to consider paying for. But at the same time, you work hard for your money, and you want to have something fun, and you want to have something daily. What a great car! What an unbelievable car! And the time I've owned it, it's been stunning. You know, the amount of comments you get from it, the amount of comments I've had from you guys as well on YouTube. You know, saying stuff like, you know, oh, I was thinking of getting this car after seeing your videos, I'm now going to get it. It's really cool. You know, I'm obviously completely unbiased, because you know, I don't get anything from VW. In fact, they get money from me for me buying this car. And you know, I can only recommend it. I really can. It's such a great car, and I hope the advice that I've given and the videos I've done have really shown why you should buy this car. It's fantastic. You know, it's a car you could have for 10, 20 years and you would not get bored with it, and you would have a great car. And you know, after those 20 years, you'd still probably retain quite a fair amount of its value. Who knows where the future's leading with cars these days, but I can guarantee you petrol is going to be around a little bit longer than diesel. And you know, what a car. You know, I could see myself, honestly, I could be comfortable in this car for the rest of the time, kind of thing. And it's that, to have a car that you could say that about is you know, it doesn't often happen. It is really, really good. Whether it's a second car or a main car, you know, you see some people have a free car garage, or what's your favourite car, etc., etc. And you know, they'll have like a big Range Rover and something that can do it all. You know, maybe a little sporty car, maybe a 2-seater, and then they'd have like a Golf GTI performance pack or a Golf R. And I can guarantee you, out of those three cars, the one they're driving the most is the Golf. And then at the same time, if they're like, oh, you know, let's go for a drive, let's go for a fun drive with a few people, you're still going to be taking the Golf, aren't you? You know, as good as a Range Rover, a 4x4 is it going to be really, really fun down a back road? Probably not. And as good as a 2-seater convertible is, if you want to take a few people around, that's not going to work unless they want to run along with you. It's not going to work. So it is that car that you could just say, you know what, I don't need anything else. I'll have this, have my nice house, etc. Be done with it. And it's that it's that question everyone asks, what is that main car you could have? And this probably is it. And it's probably has proven to me, really. It is a real capable car. And it blows you away, the performance, because it gives you that surprise, particularly in first gear as well, actually low down. It gives you that proper pullback. And because you can kind of just be going so sedately and it's quiet and you can just be cruising, if you then suddenly just go, you'll surprise a lot of your passengers and you'll put a lot of smiles on people's faces. And at the same time, you don't have to be going stupid speeds. You know, you can have fun within the speed limits, which I think is important for a daily. I really do. And with the 4-wheel drive, you know, it snowed a lot, it rains a lot, it kind of copes with it really, really well. And it's got it all. It really has. And again, I know this video is kind of just me saying, yeah, you should buy this car. It's a great car. But at the same time, it's all down to you. And again, please check out my other videos, because you know I've done a lot of videos on this Golf R. I think I'm up to, top of my head, it's over 45 videos since I've owned it. I could be wrong on that. And I hope they've all been useful to you guys, really, on this Golf R. But in summary, I would definitely say buy it, and you know, that wouldn't change in my mind whether I kept the car for another 50,000 miles, I know 100,000 miles, 200,000 miles, I'd still be saying the exact same thing to you guys, to be honest. It's a fantastic car, and they have really, really nailed it in a tough market where you've got a lot of cars the same price point, where are really, really good cars. It's an exciting place to be with hyper hatches and hot hatches, and this is right up there. And I don't think anyone would be disappointed going for a drive in this car. I just genuinely don't think you'd go in this car, you'd have a fun drive, or you'd drive sedately to the shops, or you'd do whatever your driving style is, and you'd get out of it and go, oh, that's rubbish, you know. I just don't think you would. And for that kind of reason, I just say, you know, it's worth buying. It's worth trying. And even if you only owned it for a year or 2 years, it's an experience worth having, in my opinion. And if it suits your current lifestyle, go for it. I think it's a great car. And yeah, it's a very, they're highly spec'd as well, which helps. You know, you got parking sensors, you got traction control off, you got heated seats, you can have sat nav, you got everything you could want in a comfortable little hatchback for not particularly bad money. I mean, we're in March 2018 now, You know, if you want a used Golf, you can get them anywhere between sort of a high miler 2014 one for sort of £16,000, or you can get, again, talk about a Mark 7, you can go up to a 2017 one up to about sort of £25,000. And if you want sort of like a facelift one, you can sort of anywhere between sort of 25 and, well, it can go upwards of actually nearly 40 grand if you get one which is a 5-door pano roof, Akrapovic exhaust, club swatters, brakes, everything. Which again, I've done a video on that one, and that would be what a monster that would be. That'd be amazing. But yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed the other videos I've done. I hope this video has been useful to you guys. I know it's quite a long one, but I would, in summary, say yes. This is, you know, you should buy a Golf R. You should buy a Golf R based on the videos that I've done. You should buy a Golf R based on kind of what I'm saying now. It's a terrific car, and yeah, I hope you and if you do decide to buy one, let me know your experience in it. You know, drop a comment in this one, drop a comment in my other videos. I'm always interested, to be fair. But that's it. I won't ramble on too much longer. You know, thank you very much for the subscribers. Thank you very much for the likes and the views on the videos that I've done. It means massive to me, because, you know, I'm doing these videos because I want to share my experiences. I want to make other people understand what it's like to own this car, what they would be going through, whether it's anything, whether it's around costings, whether it's around is it that fun, is it really a good daily, can it do it all? And yeah, I think it can. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you again next time on more videos on the Golf R. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and see you again next time. Cheers, guys.